10,000 Essential English Words 1. Second edition. All Nation.
Apart. Apart.
When people or things are apart, they are not next to each other.
They moved apart and then came back together.
Attribute. Attribute.
An attribute is a characteristic of a person or thing.
He isn't very clever, but he does have some other positive attributes.
Bilingual. Bilingual.
A bilingual person can speak 2 languages.
Since you already know English, after learning French, you'll be bilingual.
Completely. Completely.
Something completely different is very, very different from before.
I was completely wrong.
Dash. Dash.
To dash means to run or move quickly.
Helen dashed up the stairs so she wouldn't be late for her appointment.
Disgust. Disgust.
Disgust is a feeling of distaste and anger caused by something rude or unpleasant.
He felt disgust toward his date because she had such terrible eating habits.
Fashionable. Fashionable.
Something fashionable is what people like to wear and do now.
It is very fashionable to wear a hat.
Foreign. Foreign.
Something foreign is something we are not used to.
He has traveled widely in foreign countries.
Gulf. Gulf.
A gulf is a gap between people who do not understand each other.
There has been a gulf between James and Tony since their parents died.
Mirror. Mirror.
A mirror is usually made of glass, and you can see yourself in it.
He used the mirror to shine light in their eyes.
Natural. Natural.
Things that are natural are not made by people.
We need to take care of the natural world.
Nowadays. Nowadays.
Nowadays means at the present time.
Nowadays, not so many people smoke.
Participant. Participant.
A participant is someone who joins in a social event or competition.
There were thousands of participants in this year's marathon.
Ritual. Ritual.
A ritual is a formal custom that people do regularly.
Ken was very interested to learn about the religious rituals of the natives.
Spoken. Spoken.
Spoken language is what we say.
We cannot take back what has been spoken.
Sport. Sport.
Sport involves games like running, jumping, football, and tennis.
She loves watching sport on TV.
Surprised. Surprised.
You are surprised when something unexpected happens.
He didn't appear at all surprised when he read the article.
Tense. Tense.
When you are tense, you are not comfortable and feel unhappy.
I felt very tense waiting to hear the result of the vote.
Totally. Totally.
If you totally agree, you agree with everything just said.
I am totally against that.
Vague. Vague.
If something is vague, it is not clear and gives very few details.
I asked him about his mother's health, but he was very vague about it.
The twins. Katie and Alice were twins. They were so alike that few people could tell them apart. They were almost like seeing one person looking in a mirror. They even spoke in the same way as each other. They were best friends. But the twins' attributes were not all exactly the same. Alice preferred sports and was a star athlete in soccer. Katie preferred foreign languages and was bilingual in French. Katie decided to be a participant at a summer camp in France. Alice wasn't interested in the French language, so she didn't go. But she was angry that Katie wanted to spend the summer away from her. 2 months later, Katie returned. Alice dashed to the airport to greet her sister. But when Alice saw Katie, she was surprised. Katie now spoke French, and she looked completely different. She was wearing fashionable clothes, and she looked taller. Alice felt very messy next to her. She was just wearing an old t-shirt, and her hair looked untidy. When Alice asked Katie about France, Katie was vague and didn't say much. It made Alice feel tense and filled her with disgust, because in the past they'd always told each other everything. Now there was a huge gulf between them. Over the weeks, the sisters spoke even less. 2 months later, it was the twins' birthday. All their lives, they'd had a ritual. Before their birthday, they'd talk all night long. That night, Alice came into Katie's bedroom. "I'm sorry I haven't spoken to you much lately," Katie said. "I understand. You have new friends now," said Alice angrily. Katie said, "My French friends don't write much nowadays. For a while, I thought they were more exciting than my friends at home, but I was wrong. You're my sister, and you'll always be my best friend." Alice said, "I'm sorry too. I wanted our relationship to stay the same forever, but it's totally natural for twins to have different interests. We can still be best friends without being together all the time."